So, as part of EFRT 308, we um, were required to take part in the Miller Mentoring Program. I was extremely happy with my experiences in the program. My mentee, his name was Greg. He was an eighth grader. He was a Caucasian male, upper middle class kid. Had moved a little bit uh, based on his dad's work, but he he was a smart kid. He was just didn't do his work. Trying to act out a little bit. I think he was frustrated with aspects of his home life. His dad isn't around a lot. Has to travel. So I think he's kind of frustrated with that. And the thing about it is, I understand the purpose was to get out there and experience um, diverse learners. Maybe the kinds of kids that we weren't used to seeing. Greg was very, very similar to how I was when I was his age, when I was a little older, maybe freshman, sophomore. We connected right away. Um, it was really easy to understand what he was going through, to understand why he was acting the way he was acting, and performing the way he was performing. And the first couple times went pretty good. You know, he said all the right things. You know, he's kind of testing me out. He's probably just like, this guy's just full of crap, and he's just here because he's trying to put in his time, and he has to be here. And he so he says, "Oh yeah, I'll get all my stuff done and I'll stay out of trouble." He had a problem with a couple teachers getting in trouble with ISS, and he eventually the third week I say, "Oh hey, how's school going? How's school going?" He goes, "Well, I mean I missed math every day, and I haven't turned any of my stuff in, and so I got a little fired up. Not too bad. I just told him I said, "Hey, Greg, you're a smart kid. I like you. But you can't do that. You got to get your stuff done." And I was like, "To be quite honest with you, Greg, you're not hurting me if you don't turn your stuff in. You're not hurting your teachers if you don't turn your stuff in. You're not hurting your parents if you don't turn your stuff in." It makes us all frustrated. Kind of gets us a little hot, but the only one you're hurting is yourself. And I shared with him my experiences, how I acted the same way. I mean, my parents were, contemplating a divorce and blah 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 blah, all this stuff. So in my 16-year-old mind, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just not do my stuff because that'll really piss my parents off. So I did that. It ended up just biting me in the butt down the road. I applied to the University of Notre Dame. Didn't get in based on my GPA. My ACT score was high enough, but GPA was not. And so I said, no, I don't want you to make the same mistake that I'm making. He wants to be a civil engineer. Um, and I said, hey, you're not going to do that with getting C's in math. You got to put in more effort than you're putting in. And after that, it was awesome. I mean, I was a little worried. It was either going to go one or two ways. He was either going to respond, or he was gonna, turn away from me. But I just felt like we connected so easily, so fast, um, that I could take a shot with that and get him going faster, get him as soon as possible. And um, it was really cool uh, to see the growth over just a really short, like a 2 month span. It got to the point where the last few weeks he had gotten all his stuff done. He was caught up on all his assignments, and we were just like, oh well, we got 5 math problems to do, and then we're gonna play some chess or go outside and shoot some hoops. And it was fun, and I kind of equated it to my baseball team this summer. Just how that sort of you can kind of see the correlation between how you teach kids and how you coach kids. At least I can, for me personally, and just showing kids that you care and you want to be there and you want to put in the effort, and they should too. And I just really had a great experience. I've decided to keep in the program, stay with Greg for as long as I'm in Winona, and it was just a really good experience. And I'm really thankful that I had this experience. Not so much. Not that I'm not sure if I was around the diverse learners all the time, like I think was kind of wanted or desired out of the experience. But I just thought it was awesome for me from a confidence standpoint that hey, I can go in, I can work with kids, I can teach them stuff, I can get them to perform better than how they were performing. And just for me, it's kind of confirmed my desire to become a teacher because of the emotional payback and emotional satisfaction that you get from a kid who doesn't really get it, kind of struggling, and to help them, kind of push them in the right direction, but then seeing them take the initiative and improve their performance. That was just really cool, and I'm really excited I had the opportunity to work at the middle school.